So honestly, with the release of Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars that dropped about a couple years ago, and honestly, it's kind of dead now, man. Honestly, the game only lasted like at least a month, bro, and that was about it, bro. But with this release years ago and shit, it got me thinking that, you know, I had to get into Neptunia, bro. And the reason why I decided to bring this video up now is because, you know, I'm full of Neptunia knowledge now and shit. I pretty much streamed, like I pretty much played and streamed all the mainline Neptunia games plus a couple side games and shit like that now. And I'm pretty much knowledgeable of not just Senran Kagura, but Neptunia as well. And because of that, I finally decided to give my thoughts of, you know, both these franchises and put them in a versus match and shit. And mind you, the whole point of this video is to not spread hate towards any other franchise or any of that shit. I love both the franchises, bro. But let's get started with this right now. So mainly, Neptunia X Senran Kagura Ninja Wars was basically the game, a crossover between two franchises of Senran Kagura and Hyperdimension Neptunia. Now honestly, I did see a lot of slander and shit. A lot of people were saying Neptunia was better, and a lot of people were saying Senran Kagura is better. And honestly, I've been searching around YouTube to see whether or not like there was any videos of people, you know, doing discussion videos of like Neptunia versus Senran Kagura, or you know, which one being better and shit like that, bro. And to my surprise, I don't really see a single video. So, you know, I decided to actually bring out my own video of this and talk about it, you know, talk about which one is better. And as I said, it's not to spread slander or hate or anything over these specific franchises or anything like that. Despite what franchise I pick, I will still love both of them, bro. And I'm not doing this to mainly start shit with any of the Senran Kagura fans out there or the Neptunia fans out there, because, you know, I'm a Senran Kagura and Neptunia fan, but not too much of a serious fan or anything like that, bro, you know. But let's get started. So Senran Kagura versus Neptunia. Now, Senran Kagura started off on the 3DS. Neptunia, if I remember correctly, started off on the PS3. And honestly, I never really played the first 3DS game at all. For me, when I started off with Senran Kagura, I started off with Burst Renewal. I shit you not. Burst Renewal was basically what I started off with. Well, not Burst Renewal, Shinobi Versus mainly, because, you know, that was the first PC game I ever like downloaded and shit. Although it was on the PS Vita and shit, Shinobi Versus was the first ever Senran Kagura game I ever played. But it was like the first Senran Kagura game to ever be dropped on PC, you know, released on PC and shit. And it's overall my favorite still to this very day. I still prefer it over Estival Versus and, you know, Burst Renewal and shit. And, you know, for Neptunia, I started off with Rebirth, actually, because, you know, the PS3 titles are, oh man, it's definitely hard to do. Like, if you prefer a challenge and shit like that, I guess the original trilogy is the best way to start off with. But for starting Neptunia fans, I recommend Rebirth, bro, especially if you want to, you know, get through an easy fight and shit like that. Definitely Rebirth. But let me get started with what I want to say. So one started off on the 3DS, while the other one started off with the original PS3 trilogy. Now, Senran Kagura, later on, you know, Senran Kagura started off with landscape fighting and shit. Then we started going straight into beat 'em up / fake Muso style and stuff like that. And I consider it Muso, whether people don't want to consider it Muso. I still consider it Muso, bro. Because if I see one character facing off against a mob of enemies, it's fucking Muso. And Neptunia basically is like RPG and shit, you know, action RPG and shit like that. And playing through both of these franchises, bro, the most one I can honestly say I enjoyed the most. And as a Muso lover and stuff like that, you know, like normally as a Muso lover, you guys would probably expect me to say Senran Kagura, because, you know, I pretty much play more of the Muso / beat 'em up Senran Kagura games more than any of the others, you know, like than Peach Beach Splash or Peach Ball or any of those shit like that. But honestly, at the end of the day, I kind of preferred playing Neptunia more. And the reason why, and I'm going to get started with that reason why. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Neptunia is the one I choose as the better franchise. And the reason why is because, and you know, these are something that Senran Kagura really lacks. And let me start off with Senran Kagura, because the thing is that I've had a huge problem when, you know, going through Senran Kagura and everything like that. The thing is that I love the games and shit like that, bro. The only problem is it's, it's 100% focused on the fan service, and it's like the cutscenes tend to put you to sleep most of the time. The cutscenes are funny and all, and I'm mainly talking like burst renewal, and I'm mainly talking like the burst renewal cutscenes and Estival versus PBS and shit like that. Like they're fine, they're funny and everything like that, but the thing is that it focuses 100% on the fan service. And I know that's literally what Senran Kagura is about. It's literally softcore fan service and shit like that. But that's the problem, though. It's too much fan service, bro. And for me, I'd rather keep that shit on level 1 fan service than like all the above fan service. I mean, I have no problem with Senran Kagura's fan service, but let's be honest, y'all don't really care for the cutscenes for Senran Kagura. Most of y'all out there don't really care for the cutscenes at all. Y'all just basically popping on Senran Kagura, bro, just to pop on a pair of tits and ass, bro. And y'all don't really care about like the cutscenes or anything like that. Me, I pay attention to the story and shit, and I actually care about the story more than the fan service and stuff like that. That's literally the least of my concerns and shit, bro. It's the story, because without the story and everything and knowing a lot about it, I wouldn't be informative about Senran Kagura right now, bro. I wouldn't even know shit about the characters. I wouldn't know much about them or their backstories or anything like that. So honestly, I paid attention to more of the story in general than the fan service and everything, like, because I know literally like 75% of the Senran Kagura players and shit like that only pop on for the fan service, bro. That's all they really care about, bro. They don't pay attention to the story and shit. But the thing is that Senran Kagura, not only is it like completely 100% fan service, and I know it's gonna be 100% fan service. They're gonna go a lot far with the fan service, and that's fine and all. However, it's not all the way for me though. I'm not interested in loot things all the way and stuff. I play Senran Kagura because I love the story and stuff, and it's very interesting. However, Neptunia's story is more interesting. Now let's get another reason going on real quick. Main characters. Now, Neptunia obviously beats Senran Kagura when it comes to having main characters and stuff, because Neptunia has so much games with other characters as the main character in it. Meanwhile, in Senran Kagura, we straight up have, like, obviously we have Asuka as the regular main character and shit, but then like they switched the role to Yumi and shit. Now mind you, I don't like Asuka, I don't like Yumi, I actually like a bunch of other characters with Senran Kagura, and most of them are from New Wave or New Link and shit, bro. But I really don't fuck with Asuka or Yumi, bro, because literally that's another thing too that I don't really like much about Senran Kagura. It's Asuka and Yumi, bro, and literally half of the fan base, bro, I talk to, half of the fan base that I talk to, half of the fans that I talk to commenting on my Senran Kagura videos or pretty much anything Senran Kagura wise, they talk about nothing but Asuka and Yumi, bro. And literally nobody's talking about my girl Haruka. Choose different characters and shit. There's like a variety of different characters, not even from the mainline console games, but also outside of the console games. And I'm talking New Wave and New Link. There's so many other characters out there, bro, but people just go straight for Asuka and Yumi, bro. And I'm just honestly tired of the excessive fan base and people just, saying nothing but them. But meanwhile, like, main character role, yes, main character role for Senran Kagura wise, we only have Asuka, obviously, which is no problem, but Yumi is another main character and shit like that. After she was more of the main character as well as the main antagonist, in my opinion, for Shinobi Versus. And then, like, if you think, because another thing that's weird about it, if you think about it, is when you play any of the other Senran Kagura games, you realize instead of Asuka being first on the character select screen for most of the games, Yumi is actually the first one. Like, they literally switched the role to Yumi, because normally if you're playing as the main character of a game, the main character has to be first on the character select screen or probably in the middle and shit. But they got Yumi up top, bro. And I've always been asking that. It's like, man, they're actually treating Yumi as a main character, because she was #1 in the popularity poll and shit. And it's like, it kind of just, I don't know, man. But all I'm saying is that Senran Kagura lacks a lot of things. They should really take advice from Neptunia, because we need more main characters. I'd like other games that focus on other main characters and stuff, and I'd honestly just be satisfied. And but I think the story also needs a bit of work for Senran Kagura, because they do switch roles most of the time, and the story doesn't really get interesting much. So it's like, yeah. Neptunia, on the other hand, I have no problems with Neptunia, bro. The thing about Neptunia that Senran Kagura lacks is that Neptunia has good cutscenes and stuff, The dub is phenomenal. It's fucking golden and shit, bro. You'll get funny references because that's what Neptunia does. It does anime, game references, pretty much any kind of references, bro. But that's one thing about it. The dub and the cutscenes and everything that goes along with it, it's literally phenomenal, bro. And that's another thing too. Main characters as well. Back to main characters. The thing about Neptunia is that when they drop a game, they have so many, they literally give us so much characters to be the main character and shit, bro. Like, for example, aside from Neptune being the main character of her games, we have games that focus on other characters like Noir for her game, Hyper Devotion, Goddess Black Noir and shit like that, Goddess Blackheart and everything like that. That was honestly a good game, bro, and a good starting strategy game for, you know, new strategy players and shit like that. So, you know, like, that's one game where we actually had another character like Noir being the main character. And yeah, in Senran Kagura, we have Yumi being the second main character as well. And then we had Ryobi and Riona for Estivalverse because they are originally the main characters for Estivalverse as well. Okay, so they did that 2 times, bro, but I think they need to do it a bit more. But meanwhile, look at Neptunia. They've done it more than 2 times. Like I said, Noir gets her own game, Hyper Devotion, Goddess Blackheart. And then we have Iffy getting her own game, Sega vs. Hardcore is my overall favorite Neptunia side game. And then we have 4 Goddesses Online with Vert. Vert is, in my opinion, Vert is literally the main character of 4 Goddesses Online. She literally foreshadowed that game way before it even dropped, to be honest. So yeah, Vert is the main character of 4 Goddesses Online, in my opinion. Then we have Blanc vs. Zombies, which is Muso style Neptunia. So that's another thing. Blanc is the main character of her own game as well. Neptunia Mark II / Rebirth 2 later on, where the CPU candidates are the main characters, where Nepgear is basically the main character. So, you know, like, should I continue, bro? Because honestly, we're getting a new Neptunia game too, and that's another thing I want to talk about. The difference between both these franchises, and I don't really want to say it, bro, but it's literally the truth, bro, because we have not gotten Senran Kagura 7 in freaking like months, bro, years and shit, bro. Ever since Peach Beach Splash is released and shit like that, bro. And ever since that teaser trailer and shit, bro, we have not gotten any news or anything Senran Kagura 7 wise. The only thing we have is literally just like, you know, a picture of it being in development and shit like that, bro. The graphics and what it's basically going to be like. The only graphics closest that we were supposed to get for Senran Kagura 7 was the graphics used for Kandagawa Jet Girls, which is basically what you see Asuka, Yumi, and everyone else's DLC in. But that was the closest one. But aside from that, we have not gotten any more news from Senran Kagura 7 at all, bro, which I pretty much hate to say that the franchise is dead. So the difference between both these franchises is that one franchise is dead, Senran Kagura is dead, while Neptunia is still kicking, bro. Us Neptunia fans, bro, we are eating good, bro, every night, bro, because we have a new Neptunia game. Because, you know, first things first, we had Sisters vs. Sisters that pretty much recently dropped about, I think, a couple months ago or so. A couple months ago last year, I think. But yeah, we had Sisters vs. Sisters that freaking dropped. And now we have a new Neptunia game called Neptunia Game Maker, which we're getting another new main character. And this new main character is the adult Neptune from the other dimension, from Mega Dimension Neptunia. Can y'all believe that, bro? And that's what I like about Neptunia. We get more main characters, bro. We have gotten so much more main characters, bro, that it's just freaking amazing, bro. That's what I really like about Neptunia, that we're getting so much main characters, we're getting more games and shit like that, bro. The dub is phenomenal, bro. When I watch the cutscenes, bro, I'd literally be eating, bro, while watching the cutscenes too, bro. Because I'm always streaming every Neptunia game, bro, on the block. And when Game Maker drops, I'm gonna be streaming that as well, bro. So honestly, I love Senran Kagura, bro. But the truth is, Neptunia is overall, literally overall, one of my favorite franchises. Overall surpasses Senran Kagura in many things, and I feel as though Senran Kagura lacks things. It lacks a lot of things, and Neptunia, I feel as though Senran Kagura could really learn from Neptunia, bro. The only thing I didn't like about Neptunia is the original trilogy for the PS3. And although I've beaten Mark II and Victory, I don't think I'm gonna play the first one. But they did really piss me off before, though. So the PS3 trilogy is the only thing I don't really like about Neptunia, and I say that the PS3 trilogy for Neptunia isn't really the best to start Neptunia fans off with. So it's something I don't recommend for new Neptunia. for new Neptunia players, I recommend starting off with Rebirth, bro, and grinding extremely as hard as possible, bro. But yeah, Neptunia pretty much wins at that. It wins pretty much with a lot of things. I don't have other than the PS3 trilogy being, you know, not really the best. Neptunia overall wins in this one, you know. And as I said, this video is not for slander or anything like that. It's just basically to put my own personal thoughts and opinions and everything on it. You know, basically my personal facts and opinions overall. Now, another thing I want to talk about aside from the game franchise is the animes themselves. So the animes themselves. So we got Senran Kagura and Neptunia. Now, basically for the animes and stuff, we have a lot of good qualities about both these animes. Now, I'm not going to bring up season 2 because if we bring up season 2 for Senran Kagura, Neptunia mops the floor with season 2 because I was honestly disappointed with the second season of Senran Kagura, bro. I was not with it, bro, but I still fuck with it though. I'm just not with its story and everything like that, you know? I'm just not with its story. That's basically it. But let's get on with what I have to really say. Now, overall, Neptunia versus the Senran Kagura anime, these two are tied because I really fuck with the first season of Senran Kagura, bro. Everyone fucks with it. The animation, everything was perfect. Season 2's animation, I was very disappointed with, bro. Mainly because of budget issues from what I heard, which is why we had to resort to those graphics. Graphics and animation, bro. But I'm just not with it, bro. I'm really just not with it. Season 1 had the overall best animation for Senran Kagura, and they should have honestly stayed with that animation, bro. Because I was not with season 2's animation. Now the Neptunia anime, this was superb, bro, because, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about overall with Senran Kagura, because its moments in Senran Kagura, you can't really cry over it, bro. There's nothing to cry over in Senran Kagura, bro, because as I said before, Senran Kagura focuses, and it's not a bad thing or anything like that, man. It lacks a lot of certain things, but Neptunia, though, on the other hand, bro, let me pop on something real sad, bro. Now that's something that's really sad, bro. So that's what I'm saying. I love Senran Kagura, bro. But the thing is that Neptunia wins at the end of the day, bro. Because, you know, they have sad moments. They have good times, bad times and stuff, bro. It's like, come on, man. Come on. I love Senran Kagura, bro. But there's so much things that they need to learn on, you know. Like, there's so much things that they can learn from Neptunia, bro. Which is why I say that I choose Neptunia as the winner and shit, you know, bro. I have to go with Neptunia at the end of the day overall in general. Not just anime-wise, but game-wise as well, bro. Both in general. Neptunia pretty much wins this, but that's just my opinion, bro. I'm just saying that, you know, Senran Kagura, it lacks a lot of things, bro. So let me count those things. We have main characters, you know, because we need more main characters in other games, because I feel as though it's literally too much focus not on just Asuka, but Yumi as well. We need other people. We need other characters in Senran Kagura to be the main character, bro. We need Homura to be a main character. And Shinobi Girl's Heart does not count. If you play through the Shinobi Girl's Heart and Shinobi Versus and freaking Estival Versus, it does not count. That's just 5 episodes, bro. I'm talking about a game itself. We need a game that focuses on characters from a different point. I don't want to see, you know, like story modes like from Estival Versus or, you know, like Burst Renewal or whichever, or freaking Burst itself, or none of that. We need games with main characters, bro. I don't want to just do a short story talking about the characters and stuff and that's about it, you know? Because Senran Kagura's cutscenes may be long and stuff, but honestly, you skip those cutscenes, you could get the game done real fast, bro. People are gonna skip it because there's really nothing funny in the cutscenes. There's really nothing interesting or anything like that, aside from, you know, the character models being shown and stuff. Meanwhile, with Neptunia, bro, the characters will make funny faces, bro. They will give, you know, like, you know, funny references and stuff, you know, funny game references, you know, all that stuff, bro. They'll be funny at the same time, bro. I'd be streaming through a lot of the Neptunia games and I'd be laughing my ass off, bro, because I'm just enjoying these cutscenes, bro. I've never skipped a single cutscene of Neptunia in my life when playing through the game, bro. But for Senran Kagura, well, stream-wise, I never skipped a single cutscene for Senran Kagura when I first streamed it stream-wise. But nowadays when I do it, I literally skip some cutscenes, bro, because they just don't have what they used to have, bro. Matter of fact, used to have, they didn't have anything, bro. But I love Senran Kagura. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to slander or anything like that. I'm just a little bit kind of pissed that, you know, they kind of lack certain things. And, you know, I feel as though Neptunia could really learn from them. I mean, aside from getting other games like Peach Ball. Peach Ball was good. We had what else did we have? We had Peach Ball. Reflections was a little bit over the top, bro. But yeah, we had pretty much some good Senran Kagura games, bro. You know, and I got no problem with them. I'm just saying, you know, like, maybe, you know, the next Senran Kagura game, aside from 7, you know, could be a game where we get different main characters. That's mainly it, man. But overall, Neptunia practically wins, bro, and that's pretty much all my thoughts, bro. Let me know what you guys think. Which do you think is the better franchise, Neptunia or Senran Kagura? Like I said, I'm fine with both of them, bro. I don't really take them seriously, though, because both franchises are a joke to me, bro. But they're fun. They're a joke to me in a fun kind of way, bro. And, you know, like, I'm just saying, man, I fuck with both franchises, bro. But at the end of the day, I gotta go with Neptunia, bro. I've streamed all of Neptunia, bro, and played them until the very end, bro. And I don't even regret it, bro. I've had like a big Neptunia journey for about 2.5 years, bro. And it's been so worth it, man. So other than that, you guys, I'll see you guys later. Bankai to the motherfucking Tensho, out.